Valkyrie was introduced in Season 9, and this Apex Legends guide is going to take you from looking like this to controlling the sky and winning more games. Welcome into the channel. My name is Grizzy, and today we have the Ultimate Valkyrie guide. With this legend guide, I'm going to attempt to cover everything you need to know in order to dominate with Valk. We will cover some basic tips and a general overview, but we are also going to get into some more advanced and practical ways to maximize the effectiveness of Valkyrie. This guide is going to be beneficial to both new and advanced players, and I'm going to make sure to timestamp the entire guide so you guys can easily access all of the tips, and all of the timestamps will be located in the description below. Before we fully get into the video, my YouTube channel is all about building a community and helping others to grow and improve at the game. If you're looking to improve and want to join a fun community, then make sure you subscribe to the channel. I also stream on YouTube, so make sure you guys stop by a live stream. I would love to see you guys in there and ask me any questions you have, or if you just want to come hang out, join the live stream. So guys, just like all my Ultimate Legend guides, the key to mastering any legend in Apex is to truly understand and maximize each legend's passive, tactical, and ultimate ability. We are going to separate this guide into 3 different sections, and we will start with Valk's passive. Valk's passive is called VTOL Jets, where she uses a jetpack to fly. Before we even get into any more details with this guide, right now I want you guys to go into your settings and make sure you turn your flight controls to hold. With the controls on hold versus toggle, you're going to be able to wall jump, you're going to be able to quickly change direction in mid-air, you're going to be able to do these things with ease. Now, when using the jets, you will see a fuel gauge on the right side of the screen, and activating the jets consumes about 15% of total fuel. Once you activate the jets, you do get an increase in momentum every single time that you're going to be activating those jets. If you run out of fuel, it will begin to refill after 8 seconds, and fully refueling from empty takes about 10 seconds. Keep in mind that while Valk is flying, she cannot use her weapons, she can't heal, she can't use grenades, but she is able to use her tactical, which is Missile Swarm. So let's go through and break down some specific ways to utilize the passive ability to give you more success with Valkyrie. First and foremost, you need to realize that Valk is not Horizon from Season 7 or 8. You are a very easy target to hit when you are in flight, and while you're not extremely fast in the air, the benefits if used correctly with this passive is huge. The number one tip with Valk has to be playing to her height advantage in fights and gaining off angles from your team. Being able to quickly maneuver around obstacles to be a difficult target is so huge and so critical to winning fights with Valk. For these reasons, Valk is also a very good legend with the bow in her hands. She can gain those additional angles and put on shots on enemies from different areas and different perspectives. Valk succeeds most when there is a smaller ledge or even a small building where she can quickly fly to. For instance, when you're playing Valk, you can force an enemy mobility legend like a Loba or like a Pathfinder to waste their tactical to gain height, and once they challenge you and you need to retreat and buy some time, you can simply drop off from the height and they will chase. Once they do chase, they are still on cooldown with their tactical. However, you will be able to just gain that quick height back because your mobility comes from your passive ability. This can really help you to outplay some people when you're solo or when you're the last player up on your team trying to clutch. That's another thing. Valkyrie is a very good legend in all aspects of the game. She's good as a solo legend, she's good in pubs for trying to get high kills, she's very good in rank, and she's a pretty solid legend in arenas as well. My next tip with Valk and her passive ability is to fly to a ledge, but grab the ledge instead of flying above it. Valkyrie always has some downtime when she's trying to reach for her weapon after using her passive. She's going to temporarily throw up a sign with her hands, and she's not going to be able to fire immediately. If you're pushing to height and you need to be able to immediately follow up with shots, make sure you fly up to the ledge and grab the ledge. You'll be able to pull yourself up and quickly engage that target. Another more advanced tech with Valk is to utilize her jetpack momentum with wall jumps to make yourself a difficult target or to quickly push an enemy around a corner. Every legend in the game has the same trajectory with a wall jump, but Valkyrie. Valk can use the speed and momentum of a wall jump, but she can pair it with her boosters towards the end in order to keep momentum for an even quicker and more aggressive maneuver. Some other side notes with the jetpack is that you can utilize it while indoors with a low ceiling above your head, and you can quickly tap the thrusters to get down the hallway with speed if you're getting chased. You also want to pair the jets with a slide jump or a wall jump in order to get the biggest velocity and momentum for your movement. And also, if you want to scout the area, you can hold your tactical ability while you are in flight in order to stay in the air and hover. This will also consume very little fuel, so utilize this technique when you are scouting the battlefield and trying to conserve some of that fuel. Now on controller, to cancel using the tactical while you're flying in mid-air, you simply have to melee, and if you want to cancel your tactical while you're on the ground, you simply need to activate your jetpack. Before we get into other abilities, if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure you guys drop a like. It really does help the channel out, and I would greatly appreciate it. Next up, Valk has a jet fighter HUD as a passive where she can see enemies within 250 meters and the enemies cannot detect Valk's scan. One piece of information that I learned about a week into the season is that Valk marks the champion squad with the letters CH while you're in flight, in case you want to see where that champion squad is flying for the game. We are going to get into a few more details regarding this passive when we talk about her ultimate later on in the video. Also, don't forget that Valk is a recon legend, meaning she can scan beacons to reveal the next ring location, which can be a game changer in rank. Valk's tactical is called Missile Swarm, which launches 12 missiles in a 4x3 formation, and they deal 25 damage and then +3 for each missile after that first. Now these missiles do provide a mini arc star effect, which do slow the enemies temporarily. This tactical is actually a lot more useful than I anticipated and much more effective than Fuse's tactical because of the slow effect. You can utilize this tactical ability to zone enemies out, similar to Bangalore's ult if you want to prevent movement from a certain area. You can also very effectively use this tactical versus players who are camping behind objects, and it can give you time and opening for a push. You can also use the tactical as a way to create space for you as you're trying to get away for a heal. Major keys and tips with using this tactical is that you can be a little bit more accurate while flying, but you also don't need to be looking at your target after shooting your barrages. The best way to utilize the barrage is to shoot them while you're just off the ground and then turn and move aggressively to push that slowed target without even watching those missiles fly towards that target. This tactical is also exceptional at creating openings and allowing you and your teammates to get free picks and kills. And ranked, a lot of times we would even pair Valk's tactical with an octane pad. I would fire my tactical, and as soon as the enemies were stunned, we would immediately jump pad to their position for an easy cleanup. Also, another note with the tactical is that it does require clearance above your head to be able to activate, and the game will tell you if you do not have enough space above your head for clearance to fire. And although you do need head clearance to fire your missiles, your tactical is a great counter to a Gibraltar bubble. If Gibby bubbles, you're able to use your tactical inside the bubble in order to stun the entire enemy team located in that bubble. Also, don't forget to pair your tactical with help from your teammates and pair the tac with grenades. A great tip is to get an arc star when you know the team is camping behind a specific location. Throw the arc star on one side of the box and shoot your tactical towards the other side. They will have no choice but to take damage and to be slowed, and it will allow for an easy push with your team. Make sure you guys are pairing grenades from your teammates with your tactical. Lastly, Valk's ultimate ability is called Skyward Dive, and it has a 3-minute cooldown, and teammates are able to join her for flight to a new area on the map. Upon usage, Valk enters a setup animation that charges for 2 seconds, and then she can fire to launch into the air and enter a skydive. So this is similar to a jump tower. Skyward Dive can be canceled during setup by taking damage or manually by pressing the ultimate button again, and you'll still have 75% of the ultimate charged if it is canceled. Keep in mind that vertical clearance is required to fly. Another tip with the ultimate ability is that you want to spin you and your entire teammates while you're preparing to take off. That way you take less damage as you're trying to take off. Now, legends to pair with Valk and her ultimate ability are legends like Gibraltar and Bangalore. You're going to be able to use that Gibby bubble or even the Bangalore smoke to safely take off without taking fire. Make sure you're using this ability when you're in a difficult situation and when multiple teams are pressuring you. This is an excellent ability in ranked, and you can even use it aggressively as well. Since you're able to see enemies with a scan and your fighter jet HUD while in flight, sometimes in ranked you can even fly and find a team by themselves and discover that fighting that team would most likely not result in a third party, so it would be a good fight to take. And also you can be creative and use it for other situations, like when a team is trying to gatekeep you from a certain area of the zone, you could simply fly right over them. Heck, this ultimate ability is even really good in pubs because it can help you to get high kill games, or help your teammate because you can just fly them all over the map as quick as possible to try to get as many kills as you can. You can utilize jump towers as a scouting mechanic with Valk. What you can do is you can take a jump tower, fly around the area to locate any enemies nearby, maybe fly back to that jump tower, and then you can finally take that jump tower to that destination that you want to get to. Now guys, Valk is a really great legend and an amazing addition to the game of Apex. She has already shaken up the meta, and she has proven to be useful in both ranked and even competitive Apex. If you're looking for an extremely fun legend with a very high skill ceiling, Valk is your legend. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today, and make sure to drop a like if you learned something. Quick shout out to our 8 new members. We now have a join or a membership option with the channel, and those members are AST Gaming, Rumshi, Shuriken Gaming, It's Retro, It's Frankenstein, Some Future 9, Maze Rager 10, and Tyler Spivey. Thank you guys so much for your support on the channel. You guys are helping to keep the channel moving. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm Grizzy, and I'm out. Peace.